Hello, everybody that's in the chat. I have taken over. We're going to turn this into an absolute mess before Tony comes back. It's going to be an absolute shit show. Okay, so what can I say that is going to cause some problems? Um, what's going on here? Is there no one in the chat? Someone post something. Okay, what is this? I can't fucking click the link. I think you can have a invite. I think it was posted in the chat. Anybody can come on, so someone come on quick because it's just gonna be dead air and me just fucking talking. I like turn-based games. Yes. That's not sarcasm either. There's 8 people, but there's only Tommy and Carl and just another viewer. Where's everybody? Okay. So we got Albert here. He's exposing himself. He likes men. Big, black, dirty, probably hairy, probably rolled around in garbage. So he probably who knows? I can't talk about this because it's X-rated. YouTube will ban us if I go more in detail. I say some fucked up shit, so you guys are. I'm censoring. I'm holding back myself. What do we got here? If Blinded was wearing his black shoes, he would not be having problems. What kind of problems, though? I don't really got a lot of problems, man. I'm living my life. I'm playing games. I'm going to the movies, hanging out with friends, getting bitches. I don't got no problems.
You got bitches?
Yes.
So what I miss?
Well, you don't need to worry about that. I took over the show for 2 minutes.
We got Gary back.
Well, that's why everybody left. And then they saw me and ran.
Yeah, we got me back.
Finally.
So what happened to you, Gary? You weren't interested in
No, I've been here the whole time. I just wanted to hear Blinded take like the lead. No, I had to go eat. I said that in chat earlier. I had to go eat.
I must have missed that. I was on another page.
And then I was back and forth. I've been working on my
wives. It's plural.
I had to fix the problem we were having. It was all my fault.
Oh.
Drop the ball. Drop the balls.
All right, so let me post the link.
Yeah, Carl wanted a link.
In case anybody wants to hop in and yell at us and have a discussion.
Was that legit, Carl?
Dunn says I was timed out.
Yeah, why? I think it is.
You know why you were timed out? Because you don't promote your channel on my channel. I don't give a shit about you having a summer of giveaways, you fucker. Okay? This is not your fucking billboard. Right? Okay? So, Murray, cut your shit, and then you won't get timed out. I told you, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with
fucking
being
Murray.
What kind of summer giveaways?
His whole channel is just giveaways. That's how he gets people to fucking subscribe. Hey, I'll give you a fucking
The only way.
Albert,
no.
Again, trying to... You exposed me? Okay.
You did such a wonderful job at exposing him.
Eating some red grapes. I got an orange. What the fuck is this? It's a Monster Ultra Sunrise.
Oh, damn. Albert left.
Albert always does that. He hops on, and then the thing spins, and they never fucking gets on. Giveaways brings big sub counts, yeah. And no one gives a shit about your content.
They bring prize pigs.
We need Pornhub subscriptions if you're gonna do giveaways.
Nobody likes your Tony impression. It's a shitty impression. It's been done before. Tommy Uyumiko, what's up?
Came on.
Hello, gentlemen. Is this
Hello.
a gentleman's club?
It's a gentleman. It's not
Yes.
Tommy that has an issue. It's Albert.
Oh, hold on. I got to close the other window. That's me. Okay. The loop is ended.
All right. So what's going on, Tommy?
Not much.
How did you get that HD picture of Uyali?
Julia Uerman.
I see that picture every time. It's just creepy to me.
She's always
You know-
making that face.
I always thought that was photoshopped.
It's a man, baby.
Here we go.
Oh, what's up, Carl?
Not much.
Carl, the big return.
Uniconator.
The return of
Mhm.
Carl. What's going on, Carl?
Not much.
So what happened with TikTok?
I wanted to
No,
ask
no
you
one.
something.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to ask you, can I come back? My weekends are boring.
Come back where? Where are we coming back?
To Gabbing with Geeks.
To the main show?
Yeah, I'm bored.
We'll put you on a trial basis, Carl.
That's fair. I agree with that.
Probation.
Carl's on probation.
I agree. I was actually going to suggest that. So
Hold on, isn't this is a group
very
show, right?
equitable.
Putting my hand up, I want Carl back.
I have both my arms up.
Yeah, sure.
Where do you go, Tommy Uyumiko? What's your vote?
I vote yes.
All right. So Carl's back on probation.
Cool. I found myself a cool little video game. I've been playing Asteroids Recharged.
What's that about?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, for a time waster.
I seen the whole Recharge series from Atari, and I was like,
It's not bad. It's not. I tell you, my only gripe: they moved the position of the score. They moved it to the right side of the screen. I'm not. When it comes to stuff like that, I'm always focusing on the left side.
I'll tell you what,
That's why I
some
got
games.
No, I don't know if it's all games. It is with the Asteroids Recharge, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying some games when I play, I focus so much on the middle of the screen that I don't see what's going on in the rest of the fucking.
How big's your screen?
What's up, Carl?
Nothing much.
Little Gary is fucking busting out. How big's my screen? My screen's I think this is a fucking 72-inch.
Oh, okay, that's why.
It's pretty big.
I just play on my monitor because it just looks better than playing on a TV.
That Gary's fucking kid threw me off as to what the fuck I was gonna do.
All right, it's cool. It's cool.
Did you see the one of Yars Recharged?
I saw it. It is on my list. I've never played a lot of these, so I'm really looking forward to picking them all up and playing them on my Switch.
I saw the Atari creep react to it.
Was he upset?
No, he was hella into it. It looks cool.
It's
What are we
probably
talking
gonna be
about?
Cool.
Yar's Revenge Recharge.
Recharged.
The
Oh,
Atari's-
is it like redone? I mean, didn't they do that a few years back on like 360 or something?
No. So it's a new game. It's like an evolution. It's like there are all these pods that you can go into, and then you bring the thing back.
Yeah, in the case of I don't know about the other remakes of Asteroids, but like this one, they have these it looks like they're vectorized graphics, and you even have power ups.
But what I'm saying there was like a direct sequel to Yar's Revenge.
There's a 2600 sequel that's on the Atari collection.
No, I'm talking about one that was I'm pretty sure was on came out on the arcade for 360 and PlayStation Store back in the day.
Oh, hey Gary, are you picking up Are you picking up Atari 50?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
You are Gary.
Oh no, probably not. No. I don't even know what it is, to be honest, Carl.
It's an anniversary collection consisting of over 90 games, and some of them are going to be recharge titles. One is going to be Sword Quest 4.
Carl, do you know what are the major differences between that and the one that's already out on Switch?
No, I don't.
I have the one that's already out on Switch, and it's got like 100-something games. A lot of them are kind of stupid, but
yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. I've heard it's not a very good collection. That the one that exists presently.
Yeah, I like it, but I could see other things they could do, especially if they're going to have Jaguar games, is what I heard.
We'll see what happens.
It's going
to look better on the Switch.
What they really need for it is what they have on, so like Atari. I know they want to keep it, I guess, to their own system, but they have the spinner controller. But somebody needs that spinner controller for Switch because that would make the games way better. There's a plug and play that has the spinner controllers, but the lag is really bad.
Or by, all right.
There's like, if you develop them, there's a lot of games you could apply it to.
What's up, Dean?
He left.
Oh, he left? How would I know this?
I mean, he left.
Nice on the other side, I think, maybe. I don't know.
Blinded, do you play strategy RPGs? Or any of you guys into strategy RPGs?
I am.
You know,
you are.
For me, it really.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, of course. Those are solid.
I finished game Warhammer Mechanicus, and that's a hella good ass game. It's like
I can't play games. I can't play XCOM style games on consoles. This is more like Fire Emblem, where you have a pretty big army. It's just the way they're designed on console bothers me. I like to play that stuff on computer, but I like to play strategy games like RPGs like Vanguard Bandits. Or the tactical RPGs. You decide.
I never tried that one.
That's a good one.
Is that a PlayStation thing?
Yeah,
it's a really good one, but hella expensive if you're actually buying a legitimate.
But what system was it on?
The PlayStation.
Yeah, I could get that on my computer.
Ooh, we don't do that here.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. I could pay somebody a bunch of money for that.
Yeah, I agree. You should pay somebody a bunch of money for that, and then download it on your computer. Because once you want a physical copy,
I'm not going to go telling you download on your computer, even though that would be the easiest solution for you.
Vandal Hearts 2 isn't that good. I like the first one.
Vanguard Bandits.
No, I'm highlighting a comment, Carl, from Albert.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Albert says Vandal Hearts 2, Arc the Lad, Tactics Ogre, and Final Fantasy Tactics. Vandal Hearts 1 is good. I don't really
like if you search in television Amico, there's literally a commercial for a guy selling fucking ROM consoles.
Yeah.
That's what pops up the first fucking sponsored thing. So don't trip.
This is the internet. Nothing like that surprises me.
Yeah, that's
you know what surprised me? That Potion Sword Run refused a promotion for thousands of dollars.
It doesn't surprise me.
What was the promotion?
I don't know, because it's the video that we're going to watch right
At his work.
That is craziness.
Let's find out what Potion Sword Run is fucking talking about.
He didn't sell out.
He doesn't sell out.
I refuse the promotion.
It was an Xbox game. Right. That's why he passed.
We're going to put it at 1.5 speed just because normal speed sucks.
Okay, sure.
Welcome to Potion Sword Run. Original Seed coming at you.
From now. Speed.
So, my boss put in his 2-week notice, and they offered me his position.
Take it.
And I politely declined.
Start doing it.
Why the fuck would you decline?
You take
it. He didn't want to be an asshole.
I mean, it depends. I mean, if it's not much more money for more responsibility, the trade-off's not really worth it, right?
Yeah, that's
from what I gather about Potion, and this is not intended as an insult, he's kind of like an idealist.
You gotta take your job, move into the guy's house, start banging his wife. In the front of his car.
Jeez, one thing at a time.
We begin. Again, do not like this video. I am still wanted for stealing my neighbor's cats. Keep on knocking. And then, now this promotion would come with a raise. I'm thinking about 10 G's maybe added to our pay yearly. Maybe a little bit more. I'm not quite sure. But I decided that it wasn't worth the money. Having peace of mind wasn't worth the money, whatever it is, 20, 10 extra $1,000 a year.
Shit, give me 10,000 extra. You're not gonna worry about my peace of mind.
Dude, think about all the Xbox controllers you could buy with $10,000.
Yeah, for real.
All the colors, like a whole rainbow of them.
I mean, if I had no kid, no responsibilities, yeah, I'd be like, fuck that, I don't want the job.
Did you guys ever notice that painting behind him? It's like he hung it up sideways.
This one?
Yeah, it's like there's no right side up, but it's like sideways. It always freaks me out a little bit. Like, I think I would hang diagonal.
Maybe he did that on purpose?
No.
Well,
of course,
I mean,
I would love to have a $10,000, $20,000 raise. Of course, who wouldn't? But
I wonder if he painted that.
Time?
Is he in the chat? Where is this guy?
He was.
I don't think he's here. Yeah.
I wonder if he painted it.
He was here.
He'll probably pop up.
We lost Gary again. What the fuck?
Oh no.
Oh well.
Can you guys hear the video?
Yeah, but I'm not listening.
I could, yeah.
And a peace of mind is more important to me.
It just sounded low to me.
And they assured me that my schedule would not be changing. Pretty much nothing would change when it comes to my position. And they don't want me to leave, pretty much. They want to make sure that I'm going to stay. And I am for the time being. Now, when I first started this job, I gave them a heads up that I was going to quit. I didn't give my 2 weeks notice, but I let my boss know at the time that I wasn't feeling it and I'm going to be looking for another job. And I just want to give them a heads up so they can find substitution and I can kind of just leave gracefully whenever they don't need me no more. It was just a little after the pandemic, so I still had like a savings and stuff, so I didn't have to worry about going like a month or so without a job. You know, so I was because they.
I don't think I've ever put my 2 weeks notice into any job.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave. Like if you're
just leave.
It's not mandatory. Fuck them. You're telling me I owe some kind of multi-million-dollar company, big company,
dude? When you put your resume out, you just say you worked there and you put the phone number of your fucking friend and you're like, that was my manager, and then they call your friend and you're like, oh, did you work with Tommy Uyunugo? And your friend goes, yeah, he was fucking great. That's all you do. Fuck them.
Wow. Here am I doing it the honest way, and you guys are like, "Fuck that, cut corners."
I also don't have to fill out resumes because I'm just sweet like that. So
I'm gonna tell you this one. My ethics prevent me from doing that.
It's not against the law to lie on resumes.
Actually, it is, Tommy.
No, it's only against the law to present false documents.
No, actually, it's
you went to college somewhere. That's
isn't that a document?
Huh?
Yeah. The resume itself is a document. You can't.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not. No, it's not. If they don't ask you for the diploma, it's on them. It's not your fault.
You lied. It's still a lie.
It's not against the law to lie.
It's not a lie. If you believe that.
Okay, then hold on, guys. I can solve this. Okay, then, Tommy, lie on your taxes.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not taxes.
Yes,
you have done this over and over again. I've researched
this.
This
is what you're talking about. You're telling us it's okay to lie, so lie on your taxes then.
No. What Tommy's saying, it's okay to lie on his resume. And according to Bing, Bing says, yeah, fucking lie on everything.
You can.
Yeah, Bing said so. I'm agreeing with you.
It's okay to lie. It's not against the law to lie. It's only against the law if they say, hey, can we see your diploma? You can be like, oh, I left it in Hawaii. If they accept that, that's on them.
They said
I really did leave it in Hawaii.
Here's the thing. It's not criminal to lie. Stalkers. It's not criminal to lie on your resume.
There are some jobs. Okay,
hold on. It's not criminal to lie on your resume. However, if they find out you did lie, they can fire you and you have no recourse.
Yeah, it's grounds for termination.
They can fire you, but they're not going to find out unless you really don't know what you're doing. And other things, like if you're a doctor or something, they're going to mandatorily look at your fucking documents. Like,
I know if I'm working at McDonald's, I ain't looking at that shit.
Tommy,
just give them your friend's phone number.
Tommy,
I'm gonna be like, hell yeah!
Listen,
look, I've directed all kind of pornography. Just
listen, all you
job. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing.
Listen, all the kids out there, Rabbit Dude, anyone else that's looking for a better job, if you knew what the manager did at your work, but they wouldn't let you be the manager, but you knew exactly what the fucking manager did, just say you were the fucking manager and give your friend's phone number and just take whatever job you want. Fuck them.
Tommy, if there's one thing I've learned from forensic files, it's that you should always expect that someone will catch you.
Listen, I own a house.
That's a very good lesson.
I own a house in the Bay fucking area. I make plenty of fucking money, guys. How you think I did it? I ain't that
by lying.
You can lie to people. It's not a lie.
Guys, if Tommy Uemiko ever disappears and we don't hear from him for a while, that's because he's been arrested for.
The FBI used this stream as a proof.
Say you were the boss. How are they gonna know you weren't the fucking boss?
They call the company?
They're not gonna fucking call them, dude. They don't care. Nobody cares.
You know what?
If
I was looking at resumes, you're exactly the reason why, if I was looking at resumes, I would call the company directly.
Well,
not the number you
God.
Tony, though. Dude, you're Tony, though. You're like 1 in like 1,000 at least. 1 in 5,000.
Yeah.
You're gonna be you.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
Yeah, I mean, you're you. Yeah.
All right, let's see what.
But you're sending out. But Tony, you're sending out 50 resumes. You're gonna get a couple of fucking rubes.
Yeah, it's true. Let's see what Potion has to say here.
My knees, but they take my knees as well. But they give me a chance. That's why I just didn't get my tweets notice and just bounce. I wanted to give them a heads up. But that was about a year ago, and so far, like, I'm just cruising right now. Like, after we sorted out my position, and I told them how I do not like to be called when I'm not working. When I'm home, I'm home. When I'm off, I'm off. I don't like switching my days off. Like my set schedule, for as much as we can. There are exceptions, but I don't want like every week not knowing when I'm going to work. And I just wanted a better work-life balance, and they agreed. And that's actually what they were aiming for. Just my boss was just putting me, everywhere else. But once we got that situated, when they knew I wasn't gonna, be taken advantage of, and everything just kind of started working out, and I stayed at my job.
Everybody's taken advantage of.
And speaking of which,
you don't own your own business, you're fucked. So,
what's that, Gary?
I said everybody gets taken advantage of. If you don't own the company you're working for, you're getting taken advantage of.
Not me.
Unless you're tricking them.
Yeah, you do. You make somebody else. You make somebody else fat cash, man. Big money. It's the way this country's built.
I don't actually do any work at work.
This country was built on no, Gary. This country was built on booze and slavery.
You don't know I don't do any work.
No, seriously. That's like a joke at my work. I always be like, "Oh man, I'm so tired from working at the end of the day," and everyone laughs. Like, "Fuck you! You didn't do shit." Because I literally don't do shit.
Yeah,
I come in whenever I feel like it. I call off whenever I want. Because I look after the computer, and as long as they need me to do that, they're not going to give me shit. I'm on my phone half the time. Why do you think that I'm always fucking answering your guys' fucking YouTube comments? Just at work, fucking.
Makes sense now.
I know that feeling, Tony.
So I learned not too long ago. I learned a very important lesson. Always check to make sure glass isn't clinging to your heel. Because I scratched the hell out of my leg.
I thought that was a metaphor, but
no, I'm not joking.
How did you get glass on your heel?
I have no idea how it got stuck there. It just did, and then I started. I found myself bleeding from my ankle.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Just wakes up in a pile of blood. He's like, "Damn it again."
Dude, I think there's fucking broken glass everywhere because people break into people's cars all the time.
If you people would use plastic explosives as a
people.
What do you mean by you people, Carl?
People in his area.
Yeah.
Then nobody would be stealing each other's cars.
Like The Godfather. What was that movie where they blew up the car?
Godfather.
Actually, my favorite car alarm was from the RoboCop.
Where they blew up the guy?
No, when they electrocuted him and charged the car at the same time.
Did you ever
Carl shaving his legs with glass.
You ever see that RoboCop extended cut where they showed the guy's dick getting shot for like super long?
No.
Yeah, everybody's seen.
Tony,
You've never seen that?
Trilogy.
Classic, Tony.
Wow.
Love it. But it's NSFW.
Sounds like it.
Oh, fuck 'em.
Let's finish this video from Potion.
It's kind of tricky taking my boss position because would they just forget about my 1 year raise and just that's kind of sketchy. So as of right now, I'm pretty much.
Dude, how are you gonna want a 1 year raise? They're giving you a fucking promotion.
They're giving you land. The house is free.
Yeah.
Just cruising at work. I do have to work 2 night shifts, but it's not too late anymore. And actually, it's mostly like babysitting. But I'm saying it's fine. But now that he is leaving, given his 2 weeks, it's kind of a big deal. And the reason why is because he's been there for 11 years. And they shaped this place around him and his vision. He was like 1-1 with the company. So, this division of the company. So he's pretty much leaving like a big
in the
hole
chat
back,
now.
and there's no.
Huh?
Potion's in the chat now.
He's been in the chat for a while.
Oh man.
Look, Potion, if you're listening, take your boss's fucking job. He's leaving.
He's an
seriously.
idealist through, dude.
Forget idealist. Look, seriously, your boss is leaving, which means you're gonna get a new fucking boss. And this guy's he's gonna be a fucking asshole and want to do things his way. Because they all do. They all want to do things their own way.
Wisdom.
Whatever comfortable rhythm that you've got into, your new boss is going to fuck it up. Okay, so if you take over as the boss, you'll be back into your comfortable rhythm, right? Because it'll be the same fucking thing. You can run the place exactly the way it's been running because you know how it's been running, and you fucking.
It's a good point.
And then what you do is you take the job, right? And if you don't want it, if you really just don't want the responsibility or whatever, right? You take the job and you let your guy, your boss know, because there's someone above you. Obviously, you let them know. You say, "Hey, I'm going to take this temporarily until we find somebody that I can train to take this position over for me to run it the way that we're running it."
You need to be taking notes, Potion.
New boss is going to fire staff and hire his friends, people. Yeah, exactly, Ninja Kitty.
You need to. My life coach Kermit the Frog told me that I'm going to take the job. I changed my mind. I have audio proof. Sit down.
Just say I thought about it. I thought over the situation, and I realized that I really should take the job. It's a great opportunity. It's going to allow me so much more freedom and so much more.
But it's important to use a lot of big words like assessment.
Yeah,
and ponder.
Seriously, I've pondered my situation, and after a full assessment of everything,
I'm not
decided.
If you use big words in
Michael Scott,
if you use a lot of big words in a professional environment, it reinforces the need.
I think he works with like a bunch of Mexican Americans in a restaurant.
Oh, in that case, be like, "Hey, Holmes, I want that job. Let me get it. You think you're all bad and shit? Let me get that job. I'll be the boss."
There you go.
See, just don't forget.
Taking notes here.
Take the job, and then remember, whatever it is you do, give out the Latino discount. Never forget the Latino discount.
What is the Latino discount anyway? I'm
When
white.
you charge gringos more. Haven't you been to Mexico yet, Carl?
No, I've never been.
Carl, the Latino discount. Okay, so when I was in college, they had a company come in and they ran the cafeteria area. And they would charge a bunch of money for food. It was like all overpriced, right? For like eggs, bacon, and stuff. Blind is gone. So they would overcharge for food, right? It was like really expensive. So the meal would be like what I would get 2 eggs, 2 bacon, 2 sausage, right? Hash browns, a drink.
2 bacons.
Okay, two bacon. Because they charge you for every piece. It was like 50 cents.
I get empanada, they get chorizos.
Boom, boom. So I would get two of everything, 2 toast. And it would be like $15. But I was like, fuck that. That's too expensive, right? So I told the lady, I'm like, Latino discount. And she's like, yeah, you're right. $5. So ever since then, I've been getting Latino discount. She's like, hey, Latino discount. $5. No problem. It helps when you're a sexy Latino like me.
So, okay, over here, the junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's is $1. So if you say Latino discount, you get it. You have to pay $5 for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask for a Latino discount on something that's only $1.
When you told me that what you look like, I picture what's that guy's name that played Anton Chigurh?
Who?
Javier Bardem. I picture like Javier Bardem staring this bitch down like, you're gonna give me a Latino discount.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just scary looking. You're like, fuck.
You're like really, you say you're pretty big with like thick hair. Like, you're gonna give me the Latino discount.
They see me with the little fucking cattle thing. They're like, oh shit, he's gonna fuck somebody up.
That's like my favorite movie.
Anton Sugar, yeah.
Yeah, right. Anton Chigurh.
Maybe that's what it is. Either way, now I'm Luis Guzman. Just because I say I'm gonna put my dick in the mashed potatoes doesn't mean that I'm Luis Guzman.
You're fluffy.
I'm not that big. No, that's Gary. Gary's fluffy.
Nobody to fill it. I mean, I was the obvious next choice, but I didn't want it. And the reason why is because I like not having to think about work when I'm not at work. So when I don't have to clock in, but when I leave and I get home, it's like that's it. Once I'm out the building, I don't think about it. If I was to become my manager, I would be getting phone calls and texts and checking the emails and stuff. And not only that, but it's like a lot more work. I have to worry about the staffing. Like I do worry about the staffing now, but it didn't like my job to worry about it. So it was just a lot of stuff that I would have to take on that would push me beyond my 40 hours a week and also invade my home life. And I thought to myself, yeah, it would be cool to have some extra money, actually pay off my bills and live large. But I wouldn't have time to spend it. I wouldn't have time to enjoy it. I would be grumpy as all the damn time. That's how I was before. Pre-pandemic, I was all about getting that money, getting that raise, and just working hard and doing my best. And I was all for the company. Whatever you guys need, I'm there. I got it. And
company man.
I'll be mentioning the KPIs. I mean,
That's Latino, man. He's not a company man. He's just Latino, hardworking. I get it.
Everything
I was always gung-ho. And then after we got laid off for pandemic, and I was off for about a year and a half, the thought of going back to work, and I just remember back then I didn't have a life. Like I was always working like nights, earlies, clopins they call them, random days off, never the weekends off, holidays all the time working. I didn't have time to plan anything. I didn't have time to do anything. By the time you got off, you're freaking tired and shit. So it was just mayhem. And I was living that life. That's why I don't have no kids, y'all. Shit, we have time to have kids. And the pandemic opened my eyes. I mean, every day was a blessing. It was like a year-long vacation. I got to hang out with my cats and my dog and my friends. Well, some of the friends,
and figuring out how to eat them all.
Places, just like
you could have kids. I mean, it's really just like a 45-minute process. You just knock some chick up. It's not really that time consuming. I mean, you could draw it out if you want.
And the process is not time consuming.
No, yeah, raising them, paying for them. That's all.
A different story.
Yeah, but making kids, that's not that.
Right.
I mean, I can't commit to
like what's gonna happen today, or it just opened up my eyes, and my time is more valuable to me than money. My enjoyment of my life is more valuable to me than money.
Dude, I totally get what
you man. No, fuck that. Money is more valuable than.
No, not to me. It's like my time is like gold, precious gems to me. No way.
What are you doing here, then?
My money is like a pirate treasure to me. Gems and gold and
Murray's dumbass says don't need to have kids. Tony Psychic Max not his kid. That's my Murray impression. So fuck you.
I would. I mean, a piece of cake, but it's not my piece of cake. Not anymore. In fact, I would love to work less hours.
Oh hell yeah! Everybody wants to work less hours, except for Gary.
Yeah, that's
Gary
true.
just got that new job.
He has multiple hobbies. You know, he does video games, he makes videos, he does art. So he should try to work as little as possible.
Who's that?
Potion.
He does all kinds of stuff. He's a Renaissance man.
My dad drives cars around the rental car lot, and he loves his job.
Yeah, Potion. This should be your like new like profile pic right here. Well, we got it paused up.
Hell yeah, that's a good pick.
That's like the rest in peace.
All you need to do is
You should
squint
tag it
your eyes.
Renaissance man.
All you need to do is squint your eyes, and you could be Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, that's not good. That's not nice.
We were talking about the aristocrats recently.
Oh shit!
Me and Extra Sanderson, or I don't even remember who now.
So Gary, what is your new job? Spill the beans.
I said I was working as like a town. I'm working for like a environmental cleanup company. They go around to different plants and do the shit jobs.
Dirty jobs.
Yeah, pretty much,
Do they
man.
measure do they see if you pick up any rads?
No, I'm not doing stuff like that. I'm doing labor stuff. Like the one job we did, we went to a company called like Martinria, and they make, you know, various car parts and stuff like that. And they also stamp stuff out. Well, the stamp, like, so when they stamp stuff out, like you get the metal scraps, right? That stuff falls onto a conveyor. Well, if it doesn't fall onto the conveyor, it falls beside the conveyor. Shoveling steel scrap is like it's quite taxing because there's like, you know, a lot of it piles up. Yeah, so you have to do that for like 8 hours, and you have to get into confined spaces and you know, shovel more of that shit. So
hell yeah,
all that while doing it in like 3 inches of like water and gear oil. So I mean, it's kind of dirty. It's like, it's really dirty, but it's not too bad. I don't mind doing stuff like that, but it's under the table and making good money. So
under the table, hell yeah.
Oh, good. Hey, Carl, I used to pick up dead rats at work. Is there anything you want to know about it?
No.
Oh, okay. I used to pull them out of pools because I used to work around swimming pools and shit. Yeah.
When I worked at Target, Carl, I used to work at Target.
Okay.
You're gonna love this.
I actually used to work at Kroger.
I worked in the back room, right? Restocking when the stuff would come in off the trucks and restocking.
Tony, the box boy.
The storage, no, not boxes. It was like the storage area, right?
No, I got you.
But we would have rats would come in, obviously, right? We'd had the sticky traps.
Ugh.
So what would happen is the rats would come in and they'd get stuck on the sticky traps.
Yeah.
They'd still be alive.
You watch them rip their own skin.
Yeah, they don't die that way, right?
So you would hear them. They'd be like, right? And so what we would do is we would get the sticky trap, and I'd put a piece of cardboard over the rat, right? And then I'd take a big fucking box and just fucking.
Ugh.
And you would just see all the shit would just come out of their fucking because they're all soft, their bones, right? So it wouldn't break. So you would hit it, and then the orifices.
They just squeeze out. Oh.
Yeah, like
all you had to do was bring Nick Richards with you, and he'd have shot them all.
No, that was being merciful.
Just use the good traps to just fucking kill them.
Guys, I'm using my fake voice again.
Hey, Holmes, this is my real voice and shit, man. What
I know. That's what I'm saying. Every time they think I use my fake voice, but I'm using the real one, and it's fucking bullshit. I made one fucking joke about this being my real voice.
These fucking pendejos, man.
So either way, we used to kill rats all the
I
time.
could try and do a redneck voice, but there's so many dialects in this state.
You gotta do Dice gaming voice. HR pup and stuff.
It's like there's, for example, there's one where you sound like a cat got like you just stepped on a cat's tail.
All right, let's finish this up. We got 2 minutes left. Give it to us,
like 3
Potion.
days a week. Oh, I'll be the 3 most productive days ever.
No, they wouldn't. That's a lie. Everyone always says, like, if I only worked 3 days a week, it'd be so productive. No, you'd still be like, fuck this shit. It's 3 too many days. I want to work 2 days a week. No, nobody. Except for maybe Gary. Nobody wants to do any work at work. 1 day, 2 days, doesn't matter.
It depends on
I
the
think
job.
that
Do you think porn stars ever get tired of going to work?
Yeah.
They ever call in? They're like, fuck, I gotta fuck again?
Yeah, that's why they do meth.
Like, fuck this, I'm calling it off today.
No, they just like they gotta go get meth first so they can go do their job.
It's like he doesn't even like meth, he's just like,
put my
fuck.
dick in this chick again. And boy, gotta fuck again.
You're looking at your schedule like, fuck, I got a gangbang and a 3-way. Fuck.
Better get some fucking meth.
Better do some meth. They don't feel anything. Probably. Talk about the women or the men. Either way.
The she-males.
Fuck. Then wouldn't it be boring? Would you be bored after like having a relationship? You're like, really don't want to fuck. Like I've been all day at work just fucking. Just I don't want to do it no more.
So I can't like tell you who it is because of docs, but I went to high school with like one of the major male porn stars of my day.
Steve Holmes?
Not that guy. I'm younger than
Johnny
that.
Wan.
I'm younger than that.
Johnny Sins?
See, it wasn't the VHS DVD era, so it wasn't quite so big, but
Wait, what do you mean it wasn't? How old are you?
I'm 37.
So you're like the same generation as
That
me.
number
so-
keeps changing every time he tells us his age.
I'm like 36. I was born in like 85.
I mean, it makes complete sense when, he never shows his face.
I don't know. He sounds too young to be 37.
That's just 'cause I'm like hella high, man.
It's probably all the drugs.
Well, dude, no, I've been high since I was like a teenager, so my I didn't like develop that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
His balls never dropped, is what he's saying.
Yeah, like my brain didn't go to the next level because I've been high since I was a fucking teenager. So.
Either way, what about this porn star that you're friends with?
Oh, he says like they're all tweaking and shit.
Twerking or tweaking?
Because they're all in meth.
Either way,
That's probably true.
If you want to send some of the female porn stars here to the show, that'd be-
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know this guy that well.
Oh,
I did when we
yeah.
were kids. I knew him well when we were kids, but not anymore. Cause like I'm not about that shit, man.
You know about?
Is
not
it
about
weird,
the
like when
porn
you're
life?
watching porn and then you see your friend, you're like, "Fuck, I can't watch."
It's
this
kind of
anymore."
cool. I know 2 girls too. It's kind of cool. It's
So the
like
girls,
watching
yeah, but like the
porn.
dudes, you're like, "Fuck, you can't watch my buddy fucking."
That's what I mean. It's like I'm not that good of friends with him. It's more just like, oh yeah, I used to know that guy.
Is it like watching mommy porn and you see a girl that looks like your own mom?
Whoa,
No,
Whoa, Carl.
that took a turn.
not the same as that.
Carl has.
That's why I only
Nope.
watch white girls. That ain't sure.
Never happened.
It's more like
Isn't
You
it
kept
like
watching.
in my head?
He has like a really big schlong, so it's like, oh, that's cool. But then I remember how gross he was. Yeah, I can remember how gross he was younger. So I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's sick. Guy's gross. I don't like being a guy, though.
Apparently, 90% of all people in porn are straight.
All the guys in porn turn me off, man. They all fucking freak me out. all weird looking.
56K warning says "Mama no," but bust not anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Amico is sweet tenders.
Amico, how much time your orgasm is? Yeah, no.
You're competing.
Competed, yeah. I raced him.
Let's finish this.
He's a pro. I mean,
yeah.
Like,
come on, how can you be a pro? How can you not be a pro at porn? Give me a break.
I don't know, man.
I mean, have you seen some of those stories?
No.
All right, guys.
No.
Guys. We're getting way too fucking far. Too deep into this shit.
So
balls.
Be more like Evil Knievel stream.
Yeah. We're on the wrong stream for this. All right, let's see.
Carl, you need to start coming on that one.
Work. It's like we don't need to work 5 days a week, 6 days a week. It's craziness, y'all. We spend most of our time at work working than at home because we spend about 7 hours sleeping.
So see, that's your problem right there. Stop sleeping. Be like me. Sleep 3 hours a day.
Yeah, 3-4 hours is all you need.
About 2 hours to yourself, to your family, to your kids between work and work days. It's like, how can you even relax in those 2 hours? You can't. How can you be creative? How can you, it's like the freaking weekends. And even on the weekends, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do anything. But imagine if
you're supposed to love your job.
Yeah, when you love your job, it's not work.
It's not work.
Or just don't do any work at work. Like,
just rip them off.
Yeah.
Stealing? Oh yeah, that'll. Yeah,
what's the worst that could happen? They fire you?
No, you subvert it.
Put you in jail.
What's the worst that can happen to you?
Don't put it in your own account. Don't put it in your own account. You make a girlfriend that they don't know about, and you give it straight to her.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
It works. I mean, people do
decided
it.
not to take the job. Now, I'm going to take on a little bit of responsibilities in the time being. And when my 1 year review goes up, they're going to see how valuable I am. See, I've even taken on these responsibilities here that are not part of my job description. Ching, ching.
He's going to be disappointed. I'm sorry. Sorry to break the news to you, Potion. But that's not going to have any effect on your 1 year.
I sure hope like 1 year from now, you're not looking back at this like, motherfucker, was I so wrong?
Yeah, I hate to tell you, Potion, but that doesn't work. Based on everything my family has ever told me about their work places, yeah, that don't work.
I don't understand what he's saying.
Why does Saggy say unban me? You're not banned.
Well, she's back.
But she's not banned.
No one bans you.
I think I'm banned from the channel.
I think I heard about the whole fighting situation, but
in fighting words.
In fighting words, yeah.
In a few weeks, about 3. We'll see. I'll get back to you guys on that.
Yeah, get back to us. I want to see what happens in 3 weeks. Because I'm pretty sure that they're going to give you the standard raise that they always we're going to give you anyway.
Yeah. They're not going to give you a raise just because you do an extra amount of work.
You know, my work actually screwed me over with my raise. I got 2 raises, right? Because of all the hard work I do. Can't even say that with a straight face. I got 2 raises for all the contributions to my job. So I was actually making more money. I was making more money than my boss. Well,
because they watch your YouTube channel.
They do. And I was making more money than my boss, right? Then, like a year later, they were going to give everybody raises based on how long they were there. And everyone else was there longer than me, so they all got fucking big raises. And I ended up making less than everyone because I was barely there a couple years. So I got fucked up.
No, yeah, you're not rewarded based on how much effort you put into it.
Meme wants us to legalize dueling. Dueling is legal. Carl, are you mad at Saggy?
Huh?
Fake Saggy.
I'm mad at you too, Saggy.
I don't know why Saggy says that she should be unbanned.
Is she the fake Saggy? Is that the real Saggy?
I don't even know.
I don't think the real one's interested in this community anymore. No offense. Because I wrote that song about her and she didn't give 2 shits. I messaged her about it privately and she wrote
I don't have Saggy banned at the moment.
She says unblock her on Twitter. She's being dumb. She can't talk right.
It's the real Saggy.
Yeah,
Why
it's the
aren't
real
you on
Saggy.
here just joining the stream?
She says, unblock me on Twitter. I apologize for joking that you were racist.
Racist?
Racist. It wasn't the joke. See, Saggy, that's the problem. The problem wasn't that you were joking. That wasn't the issue. That was never the issue. The issue was when I told you that it was fucking stupid that you did that. You were like, oh, I don't care. Right?
How is the
You gotta take Saggy. That's your problem. You have no accountability. Usually, when I screw up, I at least know when to apologize. You don't have any accountability.
Carl, you never apologized to me.
Well, I'm sorry for whatever I did. How about that?
For whatever I did. I don't know what the fuck I did, but I'm sorry.
That works.
Yeah, we're good. I don't hold grudges. I forgot about it a long time ago.
Authentic if you tell me what I did, but
Yeah, I unblocked you, Saggy. You're unblocked.
Let's
You're on probation.
Finish the potion thing.
Finish the potion? All right.
On pins and needles.
Hold on.
We're
Thousands.
gonna be fine. After all,
he's gonna be homeless.
That's like you look at that and take it for what it is. We're gonna be fine. I hope so. I don't hope nothing bad on nobody. But
all right. In honor of Disability Month, I put a video in the
Disability Month.
That's what it is. How do you?
There's no such thing as Disability Month.
Disability Pride Month. So in the private.
What is with this? Like, I got a YouTuber that's like, it's Kentucky Fried Chicken Day and fucking it's Wiener Day and fucking. I'm like, where does these people keep coming up? Coming up with all these days.
I mean, in the case of Disability Pride Month, it helps you appreciate the assistive technologies like the laser canes and the sonar canes, which are really badass.
I don't know if it's going to get you a copyright claim, but I put Michael Cleveland, the greatest fiddle player of all time.
Oh, that douchebag. I knew that guy. I knew that guy.
You knew him? He was a dick? They say he's a dick.
He's one of those people who just forgot where he came from.
Ooh.
I said hello way back when, and he never even bothered to answer me.
Maybe he didn't see you.
Oh no, I said on Facebook. So.
Carl made it be known.
Oh shit! I gotta see this. You guys gotta see this. This is crazy. This is fucking nuts. Y'all can thank Saggy when I show you this shit. Hold up. Fucking Saggy Melons.
Saggy Melons.
This is all Saggy Melons' fault. Someone please tell me this is not real. That I'm looking at this shit.
I can't see what you're looking at.
Oh, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. Hold on. You ready for it? It's a TikTok. So this is Carl's area of expertise. Carl, you tell me if this is real.
I've actually tried searching for Saggy on TikTok. I couldn't find her page.
Well, this isn't Saggy's page.
Here?
She retweeted this. So it says, every day I walk by this homeless man. And they got this homeless black man. It says, today I offered him food. He was so happy. He's in like ripped fucking pants, no shirt on. And then she says, felt bad, decided to offer him the extra bed I had.
I follow
as I understand it,
one thing led to another.
I never loved one like you.
I mean,
7 months later, I've never been happy.
That's fake as fuck.
Yeah,
as I understand it, the TikTok overlords have a serious problem.
You're not even pregnant. That's
about exposing yourself.
That's not even where a baby is. That's way up high and shit. It's just fake as hell.
Blessed. I hope
it's probably fake. It's probably fake.
That's why she's
not even.
It is fake.
It's fake as fuck.
What did you say now, Carl? You're the expert on TikTok. How did you stop using TikTok?
I tell you why. Because there's a serious lack of ethics. They all are motivated by more than usual. Actually, they're all motivated by people liking their stuff Snow's doing it just for fun, which became so boring to me. It's just drove me, nuts. It's like I went there for in large part to talk to people, and if they're just there just to remind me to continuously click like on their video, it's like, why bother hanging around?
Here's my question, Carl. If you saw a kind of a cute homeless girl on the street every now and then, and you gave her like a couple bucks, and then you were like, "Hey, you wanna come back to my place?" Would you get her pregnant or no?
Hold on, highlight this.
Or your channel growth.
Potion, did you highlight Potion's comment,
Yeah.
Tony? Can I just point out that I have a cousin with cerebral palsy, and his entire life, he was born with cerebral palsy. His entire life, he's wanted no handouts or no extra attention because he's had that disability. So not all people with disabilities feel like they need attention and need to be.
In fact, Michael Cleveland uses his fiddle playing, and he's a dick to people because he's so good.
Michael Cleveland, he was a better person when I knew him in school. Let's put it that way.
He sold his soul to become the best player.
Hold on.
That sounds like a song I've heard before.
Okay, okay. So let me be clear about this.
Hold on. Everyone's talking
when he was in school, he was that good. Okay, it's not just the kind of thing you'd sell your soul for. He was that good.
Good.
Yeah,
I can hear him.
So Saggy says, "I ain't taking no homeless dude home, bro. If there's some hot looking homeless chick."
No, Tony, that happened to me once. One time, like I used to
you got catfished by a homeless chick?
No. One time I used to manage this building, and there was this like kind of cute like homeless chick. She was probably like 19, maybe 23, right? And she was like redheaded. She was
barely legal.
And she was a hippie, and she was like super spaced out on drugs or having mental breakdown one day. And she came in, she's like, my ex-husband's chasing me, and all these people are trying to kill me, and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, you look so handsome, you look so good. And she like started rubbing up on me, and she's like, go take me up there into the office. And I knew I could, and I thought about it, but then I looked at her hands, and her hands had all these cuts all over them. And all I could think about was what her vagina looked like, and I was just like, no, you gotta like stay down here.
Yeah. So see, what I'm saying is, if she's psycho, don't take advantage of psycho people.
Yeah.
So that's first off.
Yeah.
But look, if she's
ever seen?
Hold on, Carl. If she's a hot homeless chick, you just take her upstairs, put her in the shower first. Obviously, wash her up really good. Make sure she's nice.
Yeah, but what are the chances that there's just this homeless chick that's hot?
You can't wash off STDs.
Look, she's like, every chick out there's got some dude.
Haven't any of you ever seen the movie called That Thin Red Line Between Love and Hate?
No.
That's why you don't mess with psycho girls.
If she's cute and not a psycho and willing to bang you, there's some dude pimping her out. That's just how it goes.
No.
And now you'll be that dude because you've banged her and you've asserted your dominance.
Pretty woman. Won't you pardon me?
Carl, Ninja Kitty says, I thought you were picking up all the hot ladies on TikTok. What happened?
I just got bored of it.
This is what you should have did for your TikTok, Carl. Let me give you a suggestion.
My social life is not that active.
God, I love that movie.
In fact, where I live has a terrible transit system. Worse than the area when I used to live with my grandparents, as a matter of fact. When I was living with my grandparents, I used to take the bus down to the library.
Just another viewer says, Tony, can we play Sweet's video about how Tommy T doesn't like you? Why? We've all seen it. Do we?
You meet some hot homeless people at the library.
Homeless girls, proud got crabs. Nah, I mean, you ask her how long she's been homeless, right? First off, you're like, hey, how long have you been homeless? And she's only been homeless for a couple of weeks. Like, her mama kicked her out or something, or she like ran away.
People don't become homeless because they tell the truth.
Dude, you can tell when someo's fresh homeless.
No, that's why I said you got to look at her hands.
You got to look at their hands, their body. Are they still skinny? Are they skinny, or are they still got some meat on
How
them?
cut up are they fucking hands?
Yeah, I'm telling you what. If these homeless people that are down the street from me have clean hands, I don't give a fuck. They ain't coming home with me.
Gary, you're the one
Other
who's smashing
says-
everybody. You're like smash, 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 smash. Now you're like,
Not
oh,
homeless.
homeless person. That's right. Draw the limit.
That's where I
The
draw
church
the
I go
line.
to,
Ugh.
many of the services, the
Harvey's
homeless
roast beef with specs.
So I could never do it. I could never do that.
Ooh, doesn't matter, Rabbit Dude, because Gary has this cousin. Gary, you banging your cousins?
Talk about Arby's roast beef. This is like fucking 7-Eleven roast beef with that fucking rainbow.
D Reed, no. D Reed, no. No 13-year-old runaways, no.
Ooh.
Come on.
No.
What are you, taxi driver?
No, that's disgusting.
No
Anyway.
cousins for me.
They're trying to get us to put in jail.
Not us, because that's never going to happen.
Damn right it's not going to happen.
So, what else is there to watch on YouTube?
How about
Someone says-
Cyrus Martin videos?
Nah, we don't want to watch that.
I don't know. I gotta go to bed soon.
What?
Yeah, I sleep like crazy because I'm super fucking high. How am I gonna stay awake?
All that Jerry Garcia you've been smoking.
Yeah, me and Darius, you notice we don't stay up late.
I don't notice Darius because I don't watch his videos. So.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have videos anymore. The whole thing's gone. And
No,
apparently,
his channel
Actually,
came back.
the channel's brought
Yeah.
back.
God,
Yeah.
just yo-yoing. There was a
Yeah.
minute there where if you search his name, you couldn't even find the re-uploads. Only the people that were like dissing him.
Well, he's back now. So,
Guess
as far
who's
as I
back?
know.
Francois back.
I know he's back just because he what's it called? He commented on one of my videos.
They kind of
He
came
keeps-
back.
He keeps trying to troll my videos like I really give a shit.
Hello, human.
I wish you were gone, or they kind of came back the next day.
Well, here's what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch David fucking Jaffe, God of War,
Oh no!
Twisted Metal.
Please no.
Hell yes. We're gonna answer the question. David Jaffe wants to know: was the Intellivision Amico really just Tommy's scam box?
Oh yeah, this guy's a dumb fuck.
Jaffe, you're still covering for Tommy Tallarico's scam box. There was some news the other day that looked like the Intellivision Amico was pretty much dodoed. It was gone. It was because they failed to file a trademark for the name, and they've gone and fixed it. There's a very low chance the Intellivision.
What's with all the fucking cuts, Jaffe? Jesus Christ!
Santa Claus looking motherfucker.
It's like, and not only that, you got the fucking thing wrong. I don't know how many times we've explained this, but it's a new filing for Intellivision Amico. It's not the same filing. They didn't fix it. They just got a new filing.
Amico will come out from everything I understand, everything I've heard. What I will tell you though is,
He said it will come out?
Anybody else other than what I know about Tommy. He had me come down there a couple years back. Trust me, this guy was not scamming people. There was hardware.
Trust him. He wasn't scamming people. He just lied a whole bunch.
There were
Trust me.
games. There were companies.
get-
He even said, Jaffe, do you want to come?
There were games and company.
Because that makes everything more fucking credible. Where is the goddamn system after 4 years? Please
Denver.
shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I'm over this.
Trust me. All you have to go on is a guy in a dark room shaking his head around a bunch as he speaks quickly. Trust me. That's all the evidence you're gonna need.
Randy
Look
Quaid
at
is
how
talking about the Amico.
stupid Tommy Tallarico's expression is. I can't force myself to make that expression. I've tried.
Yeah.
Dude, that's 100% Randy Quaid. You are right, Ninja.
Well, Mr. Jaffe here, what he fails to realize is just because Tommy told you a bunch of things doesn't mean any of the things he told you were actually true, right? Everybody follows. Well, there was a whole bunch of games. What games? There was no fucking games, right? He said fucking Toe Jam and Earl. We know that Toe Jam and Earl was not fucking coming. Where's Contra? Where's all the fucking Konami shit?
His credibility at this point has been fucking shredded to pieces.
Yeah, but David Jaffe here still thinks it's coming out.
Work on design, and I didn't. But you know, there was a real.
He's David Jaffe's Tommy's friend by his own admission. Tommy said, "Hey Jaffe, you want to make a game for Amico?" And Jaffe said, "Fuck you, no." Why? Why? If everything was on the up and up, Mr. Jaffe, if everything was on the kosher side of things, right? If it was all good and all gravy, and the man had a vision, and it wasn't a scam, why didn't you work for him? Why didn't you make a game? You're not making games now. No one's hiring your dumbass.
And what the fuck is, first of all, because Sweet and Tender Hooligan brought it up. He said, what games has he made? You said this guy made Twisted Metal?
This is a Twisted Metal guy. This is Twisted Metal.
He wears his own fucking hat like a fucking DJC.
He made the first two Twisted Metals.
Kicked his ass off.
The first two God of Wars.
And that's it?
He can make good games, yeah. But he hasn't recently. The last game he made was like 2017. Drawn to Death, and it was a shitty ass, like open shooter arena shooter type thing.
To be fair, Tommy, I'd wear my own if I get my game and I have apparel, I'd wear it for like advertising purposes.
What about
he's not selling it?
Hold up. What if it was 25 fucking years ago?
No. I mean, you could wear like. It's okay to wear like a t-shirt, but
do you think Steven Tyler wears his Aerosmith hats and shit?
Oh, he doesn't need to though.
No, yeah, because that's some dumbass shit. What's his? He was in Twisted Metal. It sold billions of fucking copies. It was like one of the biggest games of the fucking system. He needs to remind everyone he was a part of that. Fuck this guy.
I remember someone talking about Drawn to Death, and they said they described it as an angry teenager wrote it.
Yeah,
or drew it.
It looks like it's drawn in the style of like doodles on a teenager's notebook. It's stupid. It was a stupid game. It died. Sony didn't even back it.
Real deal. I know people who work there. I think he was pitching me a lot of stuff that just seemed like, wow, like that's impressive if you can pull that off. But it was one, Tommy's a dreamer, but he is also a guy who has a great deal of experience where his dreams, he's been able to will them into existence.
Hold on. When was this video made?
Recently, within the week.
Are we really still like trying to sell people on Tommy Tallarico? You couldn't sell him for 4 fucking years and you're still trying to sell him and he's not the CEO anymore.
He's probably texting these fucking people saying, can you make a video about how cool I am?
I said this before and I'll say it again. What Tommy Tallarico should have done is go into weapons research, sell his product to the third world countries, use those proceeds to fund his console. There you go.
At this point, the fucking sham wow guy has more credibility than Tommy Tallarico.
Tommy fucking texting these guys going,
no, he's not. What happened was David Jaffe here 3 years ago made a video saying how he's excited about the Amico, he's friends with Tommy, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. So recently, when all the shit has hit the fan, people keep asking Jaffe, well, what about the Amico?
Right, because he put his fucking neck on the line, and now he's suffering from it.
Probably an investor, too.
So probably he's like, fuck, I need to say something to fucking get people off my ass about this. So he made this shitty-ass 3-minute thing, and he's like, yeah, Tommy, he's told me a bunch of stuff, and if he could pull it off. No, motherfucker, he couldn't pull it off. He never could have pulled it off. He was fucking blowing smoke up your ass. And you bought it, and you're like, yes, sir. It was fucking great.
And I think shame on our society for when those people fail, a lot of people like to laugh about it.
We're not laughing at him because he's a dreamer. We're laughing at him because he's a fucking liar.
But he's admitted it right here that he's failed.
Yeah.
Can't
not according
laugh
to
at
DJC.
him
DJC says Tommy's never failed.
It's our problem Tommy was a dick. It's our fault that Tommy was a fucking dick to everyone online.
Yeah.
It's just a part of fucking life. People will never change. There will always be this kind of dog eat dog kind of behavior in society. You're not going to get fucking rid of it.
Brother.
No, that's fucking John Hancock in 15 years.
Yeah.
But that's what it takes. Everybody who has ever created anything, you risk failure. But that's the only way you're ever going to be successful is if you risk failure, and failure is not so bad.
No, there's a way to handle it though. You don't handle it by calling other fucking people clowns when they call you out on your bullshit. That's the difference. There's no problem with fucking failing. This is just how Tommy did it.
Yeah, when you create something, there's no problem, right? You put it out into the world, and maybe it succeeds, and maybe it doesn't. But when you start lying to people about what it is you've created, and you start lying about other people
and
attacking people, yeah, no, that's where people get fucking pissed off.
When you give hard dates and hard numbers of budgets and like hard things, and then give back absolutely nothing in return, when you've given dozens of those out, you look like a fucking dumbass, and then you're mean to people on top of it.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, when people said, "Hey, Tommy, you're not going to be able to do that thing in the time frame that you set. Perhaps you should, push it back a little." And
Dial it back.
Fuck you.
Right.
He's like, "Fuck you! I know what I'm doing." You're like, "Well, go ahead, do it." And then when you fail, we're going to laugh at you, dumbass.
Wait, when you tell me off for weed.
Like, there's been so many times that I'd like to talk about my project that we're working on, but I'm like, I got to contain myself. I'm like,
Look. When you tell somebody that there's fucking ice on that side of the street, you're like, "Hey, there's ice over there. You don't walk on that side." And they're like, "No, I know what I'm doing." And they fucking fall. You laugh at them motherfuckers, right? Because I told your ass. Told you those fucking ice. You should listen to me.
Right.
We told you, Tommy.
Hard-headed motherfuckers.
We told you plenty of times what fucking was wrong, what you were doing wrong, how you were handling things wrong. You didn't want to listen to nobody. You knew better than everybody else. And now where the fuck are you? You're hiding. You got your tail between your legs.
What was the failed fundraiser that the last one they did?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Start Engine.
Start Engine. We thwarted that shit. Like that was.
We didn't thwart shit. I didn't do shit. I had nothing to do with it.
I mean, the whole community.
We talked. Me and Tony talked about it, but a lot of people did join in on that one.
Yeah, you fed things to people, and we fed things into people. There are phrases that we started that went up the chain and went up.
I'm taking no response. I don't know what. Tommy Uemiko does not speak for me or the podcast. I'm taking no responsibility for anything.
That Start Engine was fucked. So.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Jack.
Sidelines, just judging everybody else. So, I do not think Tommy was ever trying to scam anybody. I think he really wanted this to happen. He really had a lot of good people he was working with, but it was incredibly ambitious. And I honestly think they bit off way more than they could chew. And I think with Tommy at the time, he's not the CEO anymore in the leadership position. He was the right guy to be the visionary, but he was the wrong guy, in my opinion, if this doesn't get pulled off, to be the one that really was driving the day-to-day operations of a hardware software company. Zaf, I don't even know what you're talking about. He got called out for being a fraud. You can call him out for being a fraud. All I can tell you is I don't lie. I went to their studio. I played the Amico.
No, you didn't. Okay. You didn't play the Amico. You played a thing that they told you was an Amico. We know.
You didn't even go to their studio. You went to a studio that Nick Richards already owned.
Played a computer. Come on, let's be honest.
They slapped Amico logos all over a building that Nick Richards already owned and then sucked money up. It wasn't even a real fucking office. It was some shit they already had.
We lost Carl, apparently, when I wasn't looking.
Like, if you think about it, guys, it was a fake fucking office. Nick owned this building. They bought
it was a facade.
Amico.
Yeah. It was a Potemkin village. It was a Potemkin village. But look, we know that there wasn't a retail unit, right? Only a retail unit can be called an Amico, right? Anything else is just fucking dev units, prototypes. It might not be using the same.
It's
boards.
It's a PC.
Yeah, it could be a PC. At one point, they said that it was actually when John Hancock and them did it behind closed doors. There was no shell. That it was just a fucking a board hooked up to some fucking laptop or some shit.
I mean, that's why they couldn't go out and send them out to GameStops or send them out anywhere, because Alvarado and Tommy and all these people can get them to people and turn the thing on the real way. There's a fucking USB-C thing in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know where Carl went. We lost Carl, apparently.
Carl, come back to us.
So David Jaffe's kind of an idiot here in this whole video. What the fuck was that?
I saw their software. I saw their plans. I saw
tech demos.
Employees that were being paid to work.
Employees being paid doesn't make it not a scam. Okay, this drives me nuts, right? having a building doesn't mean you're not a scam. Having employees does not mean you're not a scam.
He's
Fucking,
never seen
Bernie
He's never
Madoff.
seen the Sting.
Bernie Madoff had a fucking building. He had employees. He had fucking appearances on TV. He had fucking interviews.
It's a building they already own. A bunch of the staff are their family members and friends.
Well, it doesn't matter. Even if it wasn't, is what I'm saying, Tom. Even if it was a building that they didn't own, even if no one there that worked there wasn't related to them, even if everything was fucking paid for, it doesn't make it not a scam.
I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is this is an obvious one because it's all out there on Front Street. This is like when the mafia did shit. Like you can just see it. It's blatant. It's right fucking there for you.
Yeah, because they don't want to see it. They just want to close their eyes.
It took fucking like forensic lawyers to figure out the Bernie Madoff thing. You can see this shit with your own fucking eyes, man.
But their eyes are closed. That's the problem.
At that studio. Now, if Tommy was doing all of that as a scam, then Tommy's biggest criticism, besides breaking the law, would be he's horrible at being a scam artist.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, no one's ever said he was a good scam artist. Look, not all scams are about making a whole bunch of money. Sometimes a scam is just for people to think that you're more important than you are. That was a scam.
Some people think they are smarter than they are, and they think they're being slick when they're really not.
He thought, my opinion, he thought they would sell the company. Him and Nick sat there and they go, "Oh no, we'll sell the company before we need to finish anything, and then someone else will just take it over."
Yeah, they reached out to a whole bunch of developers, got a bunch of balls rolling, right? And then, like Tommy says, they thought, look, we'll go to fucking Microsoft and say, look at all this shit we got in development. We can't afford to make it finished, but if you guys buy us out, right?
100%.
Because you know what? I know for a fact, 100%. No, hold on. I know for 100% fucking fact that Nick Richards and the group at the Intellivision company, they went to Microsoft and tried to get Microsoft to buy them, and Microsoft laughed them out of the fucking room.
I'm sure the same thing happened with Disney when they kept dropping the hints that they were in talks with Disney and all this other shit. And then the guy who was talking about promotions kept dropping Steven Tyler's name, and they had to admit that Steven never got back to them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're smart and you run the company, you gotta think at some point, why the fuck would I want to touch this with a 50-foot pole when these games, if they are at some point fucking finished or close to being finished, we'll probably see those hit our storefront anyways.
Yeah,
or we could buy the IPs.
Yeah,
for wholesale.
Why would I want to invest in this when I type it in on YouTube and I see 6-hour podcasts about how all the games are fake?
Oh, it's got such bad publicity. Like I always say, good, like any publicity is good publicity, but not with the Amico.
Oh, yeah, tell Michael Jackson that his later album sold.
Well, that's why Tommy was trying to shut everything down. He was trying to shut all the criticism down so he could try to sell the company to someone else.
If you think that about publicity, go look at a chart of Michael Jackson album sales.
Yeah. Well, that's different. People are fucking diehard. He had good music, right? So it wasn't like
Tommy didn't from the artist.
He had
Tommy
good
didn't have a good product.
Tony, he had good music because good producers were willing to work with him.
I don't give a shit why. I don't care why.
That tried out.
Good. It was just good, right?
People aren't going to want to work with Tommy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the music that Michael Jackson made was good, so the publicity didn't matter. Where in Tommy's case, he didn't have a good product. We weren't interested in it before the fucking.
No, I'm saying Michael Jackson's album sales went down insanely. Like people stopped buying his shit when the bad news came out about him.
His later albums weren't as good as his early albums anyway.
But I'm saying that goes along with no one wants to work with him.
Yeah. Well, either way, what I'm saying here is I know for a fact also, and I'm going to put the squash on the idea that this was a scam from day one, right? This was not a scam from day one, okay? What this was
to Tommy maybe, but come on.
Yes,
Nick.
to Tommy.
Nick, he was.
Hold on. Let me finish, okay? Because you guys always do this shit to me. Let me fucking finish. All right. Day one was not fucking Portland Retro Game Expo. Day one was not the funeral of Keith Robinson. Okay. Day one was fucking years before that because Tommy went to Keith and said, "Hey, I got an idea for an Intellivision console that we should make a new Intellivision console. We'll sell games and blah 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 blah." And Keith Robinson said, "No, we're not going to do that." And that's why Keith ended up going with fucking Mike Kennedy and doing the Intellivision Gen 2 Kickstarter because both Tommy and Mike approached him with ideas, and he turned down Tommy's idea and he went with Mike's. Okay, this whole thing was Tommy's way to prove to fucking dead Keith Robinson that Keith should have went with his idea. That his idea wasn't the loser idea. His idea was the winner idea. It's all been about ego. It's all been about Tommy proving that his fucking thing was right, that he knew better than fucking Keith about how to fucking save in television and keep the name alive.
I've always agreed with you for the last year about that. So
yeah, because people they don't realize how far back this idea was and how far back they were fucking doing it. That's why if you look at the original fucking logo for Intellivision Entertainment, it's not this kid-friendly fucking light blue. It's a fucking dark red and black fucking edgy fucking 19-year-old's wet dream logo because Tommy, that was the original idea. And then when they figured out that they couldn't fucking sell shit because Intellivision fans were fucking a niche of a niche of a niche, that's when they decided, oh, we gotta fucking...
Hold on. You're trying to sell something to edgy teenagers. Why the fuck would you call it Amico?
Because Tommy is a fucking idiot, okay? Because it wasn't Amico before. It was Intellivision Entertainment, and it wasn't the Amico. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think the brand name and the brand was the least of their worries.
If you even look at the Intellivision, the Amico name, right? Originally, the Amico was in a like a fucking triangle. The A was like a triangle, and it was all more fucking solid lines.
Oh, man, Tony, I'm learning a lot from you.
I'm learning. I'm surprised. How does nobody ever, find this shit? Hold on. I'm going to show you something real quick.
You got David Jaffe. Say like Evil Knievel. I'm learning.
Evil Knievel's funny. I love Evil. I don't believe his voice is real. I think Evil Knievel is fake.
He's faking it.
He's a fake AI.
Deep fake.
Because I don't know if you guys know this, but Intellivision actually had a different fucking Twitter account. Did you know that? And because Tommy and them are too stupid at the internet, they've left it up there. And if you they deleted all the tweets, right? Because these guys are geniuses, right? Fucking geniuses. So this is the original Twitter account of Intellivision Entertainment.
Looks like a good old-fashioned GeoCities page.
Well, this is just a fucking Twitter page.
I'm saying that logo. Oh, that's some GeoCities right there. Woo! Look at that.
Okay, so he says we moved to @Intellivision, right? So this proves that this is actually the true Intellivision Entertainment. It was @Intellivision EN. Okay. Now you can see they only got one tweet, right? Well, this account didn't actually belong to Tommy Tallarico. This account belonged to one of the Intellivisionaries. Now, while they deleted all their tweets, right? Why will give me messages? Stop messaging me in the middle of my fucking rant. While you have all the tweets deleted, you realize that you can go into the search bar, right, and search @Intellivision. And what that brings up is people who tweeted at this account. And if you look at the tweets towards this account, you can figure out when the account had changed hands and who it belonged to prior to the current iteration of the account here. So that's the original Intellivision Entertainment logo. Nice fucking red and black letters. Very edgy. Very, very 1990s fucking. Now the Amico logo itself is also very different when it first came about. Because again, it was never intended to be a kid-friendly console.
Wow. And it was still gonna run like shit, so it was an Ouya.
Oh yeah.
Tommy's idea was an Ouya, like I always suspected. Then he hooked up with the Chameleon guys and became a chameleon. Chameleon 2.0. I'm learning all about it.
You're learning?
I'm learning.
So that's the original Amico logo.
Well, it looks like shit, man.
Well, I didn't say it looked any better. The new one looks better.
No, I like this one because it doesn't look like.
I think it's just. I think you're reading too much into the logo, though. I think it's just
the letter is stylized.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different iterations of it. You go through a process of
That's
doing
inconsistent
this
right
stuff.
there. That's bad though, because it's inconsistent style. The thicknesses on the letters is all over the place.
Yeah.
And then in television isn't centered.
You say that
in television over Amico, it's not centered.
Yeah, you say that, Gary, but actually, logos and stuff are designed.
Nothing's centered actually. If you look at it,
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think I do? I do art. I got this stuff. I understand.
But then you should know that a logo fucking represents your company. You want it to.
But no, I'm saying it. They go through iterations of it.
Bro,
I mean,
computer programs draw a line down the middle for you and just like line it up. What the fuck?
Oh, we're not talking about the damn lining up, Tommy. We're just talking about the design itself.
Right.
Yeah, the design itself is just an early concept.
Gary, that's not an early concept. That was presented.
It is in television. It was.
No, you see,
they showed a lot of their early concept shit.
So you guys, you're missing it, right? Okay. It was designed. The first logo, the red logo, was designed. That was Tommy's original thing. That was the original idea. Then they figured out that, you know what, this is too fucking hardcore because we're going after a retro audience. So then they came up with this second logo with the Amico. That's the logo that was at Portland Retro Game Expo, because they still at that point were not focused on families. They were focused on the retro gamer. Then they figured out, hey, this fucking audience is too small. We got to go after families. And that's when they said, hey, we're going after families. We need to redesign the logo.
Amico is for fucking families.
Right? You don't just start redesigning stuff for no reason. You design it, you sit down, you design your logo, and then you're like, this is our logo, right?
Yeah.
And then when things change, you're like, oh shit, we need a different version of this logo because now we're doing different, right?
Yeah, when you're professional, but you know, I've done a lot of haphazard work. I understand where Talarico's coming from. Just throw shit together at 3 a.m.
Maybe I'm giving them too much credit. Just say that.
I work the best at 3 a.m. God damn it.
All right, I'm going to go to bed.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
I'll be listening to the rest of this show tomorrow morning.
Hopefully this show's not going to be up. The after show doesn't stay up.
You're missing.
But it's in my
You're missing the after show.
It's in my history.
Potion Sword says the logo changes during design process until it's finalized, maybe later when you rebrand. Yeah, it says you don't release the iterations, Gary. Bad take again.
I mean, you are, but the point is you do if you're in television. That's what I'm.
The logo was on the first trailer. Yeah, the logo was on the first trailer because that was the Portland Retro Expo trailer.
I mean, games have done it before. They've changed. They've slightly changed. Yes.
What game? Name one.
BioShock.
BioShock has not changed the logo.
Go look up the first concept of when.
No, we're not talking about concept. The concept means that it's not finalized. When you release a product, when you put it on the shelf, that's finalized. When you go and make a presentation in front of a
but they haven't put anything on the shelf.
So nothing. It's Tommy talk. Nothing's finalized because we haven't sold anything yet. Fucking guy. I love you, Gary. I love you. I mean, you're right in a sense, I guess, but in another sense, you're way wrong.
No, I understand that. I'm not saying that I'm not like. It's an in between. That's the point. We're talking about in television. Anything goes here, guys. Fuck.
He did say he was doing things different. Anything goes. Fucking Wild West.
Because if you're gonna scam people out of their money, why in the fucking world would you take their money and actually do the work that takes the money that you scammed and putting it into the actual work? You would just take it and go to fucking Mexico.
You need something to look like you did something. That's the point.
No, but see, what Jaffe's missing is, right, you take money. Like, let's say I told you that I'm going to, I got oil fields, right? But I need money for derricks. So then I take money and then I start buying derricks, right? And I'm not doing that because I want to spend the money. No, because I want to put the derricks out to scam other people into thinking I've got even more fucking oil, right? So I get even more money. It's a continuous until you finally fucking got as much as you want, until you hit the top level. That's why it's called a pyramid scheme. And Gary keeps me young. Yeah, wasn't Gary supposed to do an animated intro for the show? weren't you, Gary?
But he was spending the money to make the product. It wasn't a scam, in my opinion. But I know, look, I was there. You weren't. Okay, so if you have proof, send me a link. Otherwise, it's your word versus mine, and I was there. Right, that's a lot of work to scam, Nolan. And Masochista says, I don't think it was a scam. The project just didn't work out. It may still work out. I know they're trying, but I would be stunned. It'd be the biggest pull-up from the mountain before the plane hits the rocks that I've ever seen.
So that was Jaffe's take. Don't agree with it. Gary, you still alive?
Yeah, I am. What would that just say? I was trying to read it. Wasn't it nice? Oh, yeah, I was.
Eric Wells says nothing ever makes sense in Tommy Land. This is true. This is very, very true. But I think that wasn't the only Amico video. What the hell is this? I got this video 7 hours ago, and Television Amico demo units have shipped. This is just one of these stupid channels putting clips up of shit. Let's see who else got videos. Days Gaming made a video. Ooh, Levon Kaysen made a video. Yeah, made an Amico video in a while. Sweet and Tender Hooligan made a video. Let's see what this is about. Sweet and Tender Hooligan. You made a video, apparently. Let's see what it says. Gary, are you ready for this?
I'm not.
You're not? But it stars me. I'm in the video.
That doesn't help.
It's called in television. Tommy Tellerico doesn't like Tony TGD in Television Amico.
Sweet and Tender Hooligan is here.
Sweet and Tender Hooligan, I thought you retired from Amico. I thought you retired from Amico.
Hey guys, Brett Weiss here, your friendly neighborhood Amico shill. Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Talking about a subject I love today, the Intellivision Amico, so I'm super pumped.
If I'm not the Intellivision CEO, I will still talk to you, I promise. And
I'm not sure he fulfilled that promise, guys. Do you think he fulfilled that promise? Saggy, are you still watching? Does Tommy still talk to you? He's not CEO anymore.
I noticed that when I flipped it over, it was still in the reverse mode. I said, hey, the controllers, I said, you know what? Because as people know, I put a lot of Easter eggs in all the videos I make. I said, you know what? Let's keep it backwards. Vito, let me address, because it's like, okay, upside down. It wasn't really, I don't want to say it's an Easter egg as much as it was just messing with, thinking it was funny, because we know that everybody, not everybody, we know that there's a certain group of folks who go through frame by frame. Right. But in regards to lag, there isn't lag there, so there's no lag on the controller. Tony,
Gary, no lag on the controller. Are you now going to apologize? Are you convinced?
No.
I know that the Bomb Squad developer said there was indeed lots of lag, but Tommy says no lag.
So there's no lag on the controller. Tony, no, I didn't.
No,
go back and watch it again, my friend. Go back and watch it again. There you go. You're wrong.
Tommy
again,
says,
as usual.
Tommy says stuff.
I'm wrong, guys, as usual. As usual, I'm wrong. Man, it's kind of weird that I'm wrong, but I'm sitting here talking about a failed product.
It
hasn't failed yet.
You told me not to contact you. Yeah, Tony, because I don't like you. I mean, again, I'm just no, but I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to be mean or to put the guy down. I don't like you. Okay, So I personally don't like you. I don't like
You
you.
can
as a
clearly see he
person.
was pissed. He
I
was
don't
pissed.
like your vibe.
Because people, what's the name? Sweet and Tender Hooligan cut it out because he's fucking zooming in and he's not fucking showing anything. But what had happened was Tommy said, if you want to know anything about the Amico, just reach out to me, right? So that's why I said, well, you told me not to reach out to you, not to contact you anymore. How am I supposed to learn about the Amico?
And that's just me. And you know what? You clearly don't like me either. So
I love
I'm
you.
not going to tell. Hey, Tony, we don't like each other, but reach out, bro. I'm not phony, Tony. And so, no, I don't like you, and I don't want you to.
It's not phony, Gary. He's keeping it real. He's 100%. He's keeping it 100%.
If you know, it doesn't matter if you like someone or not. You're trying to push a product. I just never understood his credo. It's so stupid. Like, let me alienate myself from people, potential customers, regardless of, you know, of how I feel about you. It's just so stupid.
Because, you know, he knows better than everybody. He just fucking knows better. You hate to see it, right? You hate to see it. You're like, you know, I hope that this guy would fucking learn his lesson and he wouldn't be such a dick. But it's okay. See what else he has to say.
So there you go. I don't think you're a journalist. I don't give you that. I'm not going to pretend that you're a journalist. I just don't like you. I don't like the things you say about me or the company. And again, no. By the way, no offense.
Well, Tommy, no offense. I don't think you're a professional.
No offense, Tommy. I didn't take offense. I definitely didn't take offense because you're an idiot. I don't give a shit what you said. Let's continue on.
I don't have them reach out to me. Hey, I don't like you. Reach out to me. No. So there you go. So that's what's holding us back. Now, if people want me to say what's the exact department, I don't know. You'll have to email our engineers. They'll give you the exact thing. But why does it care anyway? What does it really matter? Do people actually think that I'm not telling the truth? Amico, because people say, well, if...
Do you think he's not telling the truth?
How long ago was this?
About a year ago.
I don't think you're telling the truth, Tommy.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know,
he's rubbing his neck. He's like, "Oh fuck, they got me."
He's got the worst. Like, dude, if this guy plays cards, he'd be the biggest fucking fish in the room ever. His tells are, you could spot him a mile away. Like, why is this guy so nervous? Why the fuck's he touching his neck, his hair? He's looking up. He's looking sideways. He's got the worst poker face in the game, dude.
Tony, well, technically it is still around. It didn't file for bankruptcy yet, or has it? It hasn't filed. Unless they've renamed the company secretly behind my back and filed it under a new name. They haven't filed. I think they haven't filed because we told them that we were watching them. Now they're like, fuck, we can't file because they're going to call us as soon as they file.
Playdate can come out, and which they haven't announced either. Yeah, I mean, they haven't announced a date exactly when they come out. But people might say, well, how come the Evercade Versus could come out? But people might say, well, how come the Evercade Versus could...
Bad take, guy. Bad take. Enjoying mine.
Tommy just yeeted himself.
Yeah, there's certainly nothing nefarious going on.
Sweet Tender Hooligan is fucking... Look at that fucking nice taint lick action there. Thanks for answering. It's so cool that you're here and involved. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, one of my friends growing up was Jewish. I got to go over for the holidays. It was great. Matzo balls and brisket, baby. Nice.
Right. He's been I'm making him an honorary Jew for the night.
I got nothing to say about that.
It's ridiculous.
But we have one more Amico video. Gary,
sorry.
Have you been missing something from the Amico world?
Something, but I couldn't put my finger on what it is.
Was there an OEB Pete shaped hole in your heart?
There has been for quite a while.
Well, then you're gonna love this because the ever Canadian.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Pete here, and boy oh boy, we're getting into it. As the title suggests, we're going to talk about Amico games on Evercade.
The fuck was that?
That was Pete's video. I didn't add sound effects. That was all Pete.
Are you serious? Go back.
I'm serious. Look, I'll put it back to normal speed. I'll go back. Listen.
What was that on there?
We're going to talk about Amico games on Evercade.
See?
Why not?
It's all Pete. Pete did that. This is not how it is. We got to speed this up. Pete talks too slow for me.
Right? All right. So it's interesting, right? Like
Pete's
got a
gloves
long
are off.
history with the Amico. Won't really go into that. Probably bore you all. But I used to cover the Amico, their road to launch on a previous channel, and you know that whole thing went to poop, right? And
poop.
You know, I thought long and hard about this video. Asked a couple fellow friends about whether I should do this video, and you know, there's a lot of people when you mention Amico just go completely to the drama, right? And you know, that makes sense. They created a lot of their own drama through the years, and you know, like I say, if you're going to be creating it, you probably deserve to live in it. So, you know, people have told me, you know, Evercade does not need the drama and baggage and horseshite of the Amico on their system.
Horseshite.
And like, screw that noise. I want to talk about the games because it wasn't all doom and gloom and complete crap
PTSD from
with
Amico.
There was a lot of good people out there who were creating games in good faith for this system.
There was a lot.
Let's talk a little bit about that and why I think they would make a great fit, a new home on the Evercade. I don't know if this is technically possible.
It's not.
I don't think this is going to ever happen. You know, likely it is completely.
So why
really
talk
low,
about
but
it?
You never know. You really never know.
I do know. It's never going to happen.
There's only so many Evercade carts, and then that's it, right?
No, they got stuff coming down the pipe, but it's like you gotta wait.
But there's still only so many, right? There's only so many carts.
Right.
And he wants to make daily videos. So he's got to talk about something.
If there's just a chance we could see some of these games come out on the Evercade, you know, I think why not talk about it a little bit? So, you know, it's for me when I look at it, you know, seeing the Amico now since I stepped away from even talking about it, doing videos on it for well over a year, you can see the complete picture. And sometimes, you know, people kind of look at the picture and just see all the negatives and all the crap. And I really don't want to get into that because there's, you know, let's be honest, there's a whole lot there. But I wanted to focus on the games because that's the whole reason I like the concept of the Amico in the beginning was retro reimagined games. So we're going to talk a little bit about
he liked that shitty looking safecracker.
That. And first thing I want to say is these games on the Amico were promised to be small little games, 100 megabyte games, maybe 500 megabyte games. So they can fit on the Evercade. They can fit on an Evercade cart because Evercade right now carts old PlayStation 1 games, smaller PlayStation 1 games. So there's no issue there cart size. So I think that is something that they don't need to overcome is cart size. It wouldn't impact the manufacturing of the carts. Also, the Evercade is doing native stuff now. They're allowing developers to have access to, I guess, a quasi SDK for the system so they can develop and port their games over directly instead of just being a pure ROM. So that's cool. That's good news there, right? Because if you want to port a game to any system, you need to be able to have access to the system tools and system hardware at that level, right? At an SDK kit level. So I think that's pretty good news. But really the biggest reason is all of these games, you know, that I'm going to talk about.
Gary, they got a question for you.
What's it say? Gary had a question about the Playdate. Can you download music and videos on it? So far there's there might be some apps on itch.io. They're supposed to have like a Pool Suite FM. And I don't know if that's coming from Panic themselves or if they have a developer working on that hasn't come out. I believe that's supposed to come out when the dock drops, either later this year or at the beginning of next year. But there are other apps and videos. I don't know of any videos, but I do know that like, you know, there has been like a couple people who have synced up like video on the actual screen. So I know it's possible to get videos on there, whether it's possible to actually like download them to the system or whatever. I'm a little unfamiliar with that. I think it's possible. I just don't know if like someone's gone and created a program specifically for the things that you might want on it.
Well, sounds good.
Like you got the missile command here. Another problem, these don't even stand up right. Missile command. I got biplane. Oh, is that biplanes? Yeah, no, it's Moon Patrol. Biplanes, right? These are the games kind of some of the ones I want to talk about. I want to talk about Cloudy Mountain, of course, is probably the one I'm kind of missing the most that I probably will never get a chance to play. But if there's a slimmer of hope it comes to the Evercade VS or another system. Why Evercade VS? Well, this is Evercade fan channel, and I love the Evercade, so that's why we're talking about it. Also, these are indie games. These games were built by small little studios, probably less than 10, 20 people. These are real people behind these games. Forget the drama and horseshite of the Amico and the Intelligent and everything they brought with it, and all that crap. It's not about them. It's about the indie.
So AAA games aren't made by real people?
Not real people. Justin the Reviewer says, how could the Evercade release for $129 and the Amico can't and it's priced at $310? Well, to be fair, when the Evercade first dropped, it was just basically a ROM box, right? The carts were just old games. There was no development. They weren't paying for fucking games to be developed. They were just putting them on fucking carts, basically, right? So it's a different beast from a brand new console. Now, that's not to say that within the time frame that the Amico has been worked on, that it shouldn't be released, right? It should have definitely come out by now. Especially with the amount of money they poured into it. So, Evie says she got dibs on Gary's Playdate.
Never gonna happen.
Justin the Review said, Tony, did Hans give you fake news? No, I don't think Hans gave me fake news. Like I said, again, I think that they were going to file for bankruptcy. Obviously, I reported that somebody has blocked the filing, one of the board members. And on top of that, they know we're watching. So, shit happens, right? You get a report from somebody, you report it to the world, and sometimes it comes true and sometimes it doesn't. What do you want me to do about it?
These studios, the indie games, and I'm a big proponent of indie games. I buy a lot of indie games. That's why I love the Evercade. I've said from day one, my favorite thing about the Evercade is all the indie games that they're putting on collections. Not the rehashes of the Double Dragons, things like that, but the Xenocrisises, the Tanglewood, all those Indie Heroes 2 collections. That's what I love, right? I want these indie companies to have their work put out there. Why? Because I like to enjoy playing them because I'm a gamer, but also maybe somebody else notices the work they've done with these games and said, you know what? We're going to help you make more games, different games, support the studio. People support the studio. Also, these indie gamers can continue to make games, which is super important. We need indie gamers to make cool, innovative games. These are retro.
I haven't seen any cool, innovative games. I'm going to be quite honest. What is innovative about Xenocrisis or Tanglewood? That's not to say they're not good games, but I don't think people know what the word fucking innovative means, right?
Inspired games that I believe deserve to be released and measured properly for their own. If Cloudy Mountain comes out and sucks, I'll be the first one to tell you it sucks. I guarantee I will. But I'd like to be able to play that game. I want to know, is Moon Patrol any good? I want to know, will these games stand up as their own titles?
No.
They look fun from the videos, but those videos you don't know, right? Any trailer video can be misleading. That's just the way it is. The Intelligent Amigos are the first one to put out trailers that, of a game that might not represent the final product. But I want these games to be measured. I want them to go out and see if there's a market for these retro-inspired games. Atari's doing it with their Recharge series, right? But these are licensed products from Intelligent's back catalog. I want to see those games out. I want game preservation. This is not game preservation. This is just a box with a cool little coin. I guess you can call it a coin and a little tap card that unlocks a license. I think this is not preservation. There's nothing on this. But in the Evercade, the ROMs are on the carts. They're preserved. And if we can get, Moon Patrol put on a cart on the Evercade, it lives there. It's there. You can always have access to it. And you may debate that, ROMs versus, originally developed games or whatever, but the games are on
the gaming racist tags.
They're not lost in a digital store that goes offline. This is not preserving. What I'm holding in my hands is not preserving games. It's just not. So I want these games to be preserved and be in the history of gaming. I want them there. And finally, it's sort of like for people like me, people like who originally got interested back in the day in these games, it was a failed endeavor. The final straw has not been pulled yet. The nail's not been hammered in that coffin, but it's been a failed endeavor. And I think a lot of gamers who want to play a new version of Moon Patrol, Mystical Man, Biplanes, a different type of version of it, would finally get closure and would finally be able to move on and play these games. Some of them, at least. The ones that the majority of the retro community got interested in these games in the first place was because of the retro-inspired titles. That's what I did. I wanted to play a new Moon Patrol. I wanted to play Cloudy Mountain again. I wanted to play a different version of Missile Command and so forth, Breakout, a bunch of other games. Time will tell. But if they could ever find a way to get these games onto this system, I think we'd all be better for it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.
I think you're crazy, Pete. Do you agree, Gary?
Yes.
Wow. Riveting content by Gary. Pete can't wait for the Amico to file for bankruptcy. No one can. It needs to be over already. It needs to be fucking done. Now, this poor guy got taken for a ride. I think on some respects, yeah, Pete got taken for a ride. But on some respects, I think Pete also tried to take in television for a ride. He was trying to build up his brand. He thought, television's going to do it. I'm gonna be on the ground level, and we're going to fucking explode. But didn't happen. Took a shot. He took a risk, and didn't happen. Pete had no chance with Tommy. Yeah, he didn't know that, though. You got anything else to cover, Gary? Or are we all out of topics?
I think we're out of topics.
Well, I think that's it, folks. I think we're going to call it a night. Gary's tired. He's been working hard. I'm just got nothing else to say. I'm exhausted mentally. The after show is actually shorter than the main show. What the fuck's that about? Hey, Pete, make a video about you buying subs. Well, folks, thank you for joining us on the after show. Thank you for supporting the channel, for always being here. All 26 of you, 6 of you in the chat, and 20 of you lurking, watching our every move. You want to take us out, Gary? Or
no.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what y'all doing over there, Gary. All right. Take it easy. Love, peace, booty grease. I'm out.